initially suggested that we take questions together. I think I don't wait for my decision. I think it's just correct that each of the presenters refer to each other's. And we have, I think, about half an hour for questions. Maybe 2 to 3 questions per presenter, if the audience can actually segregate. Otherwise, we will let anyone of them answer the questions. The presentations are now open for discussion. Any questions? It can even be comments as long as they are very short comments. I suppose that's okay. Perhaps the staff should initiate questions. This is a quick questions. Students may be reluctant to do it.
Since nobody is asking question, let me ask the question from the audience. Okay, now you are studying quite a lot of subjects. I'm sure that Asoka is keeping you very updated. When was the last time that you learned something out of your curriculum? Now, how many of you know what Ravindra talked about? Hadoop. Let me see your show of hands. Anybody? Nobody.
One. Right.
Oh, okay. Now these are the things that you should be. I think Asoka knows well and Ravindra knows well. We are dinosaurs. We are almost useless now as academics. Why am I saying that? Because this knowledge is out there. I told in my presentation as well, the knowledge is out there. Right. And how many of you have heard this word called MOOC? M-O-O-C. Okay, one hand. 2 hands. Oh, you are disrespecting. Nobody. The MOOC stands for Massively Online Open Courseware, MOOC, and that is the world's top universities are putting their lecturers online, and you don't have to pay anything. You just go there and learn. So that opportunity is there. You should make use of it. Now that we have tried, I have registered myself for a couple of these courses, but I can never finish, because between my son, my wife, and everything else, I never get a chance to. Every time I sit down to do something. Once I had a team of students, one from Brazil, one from Canada, another one from Thailand. So the time that we could meet online was about 3 o'clock, and my wife became very suspicious. I am talking to women at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's the end of it. We can't find time, to be. But I know a couple of my colleagues actually followed that, and you should. And the other thing is when you have a chance, we are not going to meet him again. we hope that we not in the very near future. And Namita is coming and going, but and I'm sure that Asoka will bring him back, but not soon, you know. So use them and that knowledge you are not going to get. Ask your questions, you know. You are all computing students, you know.
But I can tell you why they don't ask questions. There are two reasons. Number one, in KDU there is a belief that asking question is disrespecting the lecturer. So I had a 1 year stay here. By God, I couldn't believe it. Such a bright student. Sometimes I teach, I don't understand either. They don't ask questions. I can test anything teaching them because they never ask questions. Number two is the time. After 1 o'clock sleeping time. Most of them are so sleepy. And because of sleeping also punishable at KDU, they were trying to pretend not to sleep. Hence, they lost all the percentage. Over there, my students sleep at the beginning, and then at the end, at least they wake up and know what is happening. But them pretending cost them for the lecture. See, I think that is the problem. So, but anyway, I'm sure Mr. Nandan and other lecturers, I mean, at least they can, Mr. Asela, you know, they can ask questions. It's not disrespect in asking questions. At least, I mean, I was confusing in Pictet. I looked like nobody understood, because if you understood, you are confused. I mean, you should ask a lot of questions.
Sir, my question is going to towards Britain. So you know, there are so many multi-agent systems are already rolled out, right? And my question goes to how we compare the efficiency of these multi-agent systems.
With traditional one.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the question. I'm enjoying your questions already 2 days. So it is a yeah. So we always have this question, and not easy to answer, because when you take some classical linear programming or dynamical programming, constrained programming techniques, you work in a batch mode. When you know all orders and all resources in advance, where they are. But if you are doing this in adaptive mode, when everything is changing every time, every minute, every hour, and so on, not easy to compare. And so, in our story, we start with comparing different types of adaptability. For example, you take trucks, and you are telling trucks that they always come back in the end of a day to their base, yeah? And then you run some flows of events, orders, and so on, and you measure some, and then you add some adaptability. For example, you give them chance to change on the fly, and then you see that not many orders are disappeared. You can process them, but you already mention them and give some better and better results. Yeah. Then you show that, for example, if they don't come back to the home base, but just like shuttle. Yeah. Again, some next step in adaptability, and so on and so on. We start with this, and then we start talking with different mathematicians, trying to make hybrid combination of methods. So in the beginning they built classical schedules, and then we built dynamical by events. But finally we found all together with this very good team of Moscow and St. Petersburg mathematicians that, of course, they also need something different to solve their task. Let me give you a very funny example in our practice. We talked maybe a few months ago with the people who built very, very complex scheduling problem for training of cosmonauts, Russian, European, American cosmonauts to go to International Space Station. So their program is using traditional constraint-based optimization. And it calculates very simple plan for about 50 cosmonauts, about 20 hours, using very big server in Texas, in US, in night time. And can you imagine, when they already built this schedule for 2017, one of American cosmonauts come back to them and said, sorry, I can take this training at this particular period of time. And they are, because my constraints changed. And they said, what's happened? And he answered,